U.S. Brigadier General Mark Kimmit. General Kimmit, great to have you back.
Thank you.
How have President Trump's changing views on NATO impacted the alliance?
Well, I think it's important to recognize that every president since NATO was founded in 1949 has complained because the allies don't put enough into the NATO budget. But very few presidents have actually pushed it as far as President Trump has. Before, it was just rhetoric. It became very clear that President Trump meant it. And I think that's why you're seeing the results of more but not enough nations putting enough of their GDP into the budget.
There was some criticism that President Trump didn't spend enough time kind of taking stock of the alliance 70 years on. Since its inception, has the mission of NATO really changed?
Well, it's changed tremendously. As you know, until about 1996, it was all about the defense of Central Europe. It was about keeping the Soviet Union out of Western Europe. But in 1996, they realized that they either had to go out of sector or out of business, which is why you saw NATO go into Bosnia and Kosovo for peacekeeping missions. And then another inflection point was in 2006, when NATO actually deployed into a combat operation inside of Afghanistan. So NATO has evolved over the years from its original mission of the defense of Western Europe to where we see them operating now in Afghanistan, inside Iraq, and still in some cases in places such as Bosnia and Kosovo.
What's its greatest long-term threat? Could we possibly say China? That's one of the things that the NATO alliance is going to be looking at.
Actually, I think its greatest threat is from within, not from without. It has been a very, very durable security alliance, probably the best in history. It's been going on for 70 years. But as it expanded to 26 members now, what has happened is you have seen more and more internal dissension between the countries. Obviously, we're seeing what's happening right now inside of Turkey. So I'm concerned not about a threat from outside, but disagreement from inside breaking NATO apart.
I'm glad you touched on that. How does the U.S. balance its security concerns with its alliance with Turkey?
Well, I think that's a very important question. The bilateral differences that we are having right now with Turkey, ranging from Gulen to potential complicity of the United States in the coup, which I don't believe to be true, disagreements over Syria, and now we see the disagreements on the S-300 and the F-35.
S-400, yeah.
S-400, thank you. Those are bilateral issues, but that doesn't really affect NATO as a whole. So I hope that we can work out the bilateral issues while also still retaining Turkey as a valuable member of the NATO alliance.
All right, General Kimmit, great to have you back. Thanks for that.
Thank you.